hey, we've known each other for a long time now, and we've built, quite a few things together. But how cool, and hear me out, how cool would it be to build a plane? Yeah. A plane? Like a plane. I've heard a lot of weird and strange ideas coming from you, but this one by far has to be the most awesome one. Dude, you're like totally an inventor now. Oh man, I'm telling you, that would be so cool. You dropped your hand, by the way. You dropped your hand? Oh. What do you mean, oh? You dropped your hand? Guess I did. How is it even possible? Are you a robot or something? Wait, what is what anymore? Sometimes it rains and I have bad foot pain and okay, fine. I am, okay? I am. Whoa there. Why didn't you tell me? You never asked. No one asks that in a regular conversation. Well, maybe you should, okay? Maybe you should. Look at that. Great. Doesn't work anymore. See? Now I need to go fix that. Look at all those wires. That's just great.
Lead on, because we're more than kids. Lead on, and we know where we're going.
All right, everyone. So, to repair the hand, you will need 5 pieces of strings here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 over here. A piece of thick paper, so this is cardstock, but you can always use construction paper if you don't have any cardstock. 6 straws, 1 jumbo straw, a big one, and 5 regular straws. You'll also need scissors, tape, and pencil, crayon, or anything like that. So, to start, you will need to take your piece of paper, so I'm using white cardstock, place your hand on it, and just do an outline of your hand. Trace around your hand, and then cut it out, and you should have this one. So this is just the outline I did on a separate piece. I just cut it out, and here it is. You can see here that I did some lines here on each of my fingers. This shows where the joints are. So the joints are where your finger bends. So if you place your hand on your paper hand, you'll just take your pencil or your pen or your marker. Try not to use permanent marker, by the way, because it can stain your skin and it's gonna take a long time to wash off. So just take your pencil, marker, pen, and just sort of put a little line where you see the joint. Here, because this hand is a little smaller, I'm just going to do 2 joints. But if you want, you could do 3. I suggest doing 2 joints, otherwise it's too many pieces of straw and it just gets very tricky. So just do 2 joints. Just put your fingers on there, line where your joint, the first joint is, and the third one where this one, the one that bends the entire finger, is. So now that this is done, just take your straws, line them up with your fingers, and just put little marks on the straw so you know where to cut. So I already did that for each finger. So that's the thumb. This one is the index. So you see the lines, it lines up here. And then this is the ring finger, lines up over here. Finally, the pinky here, it lines up. And I think I forgot the middle finger. There you go. So see, all my fingers line up approximately with the lines. So this is just going to help me cut the little pieces of straw. So now that you have a line, now that your straws, are marked where your joints are, you're just simply going to cut little pieces. Now be careful, they can fly everywhere, and always make sure that you're safe when you're using a pair of scissors, because they're really sharp. So don't hesitate to ask your siblings or your parents for help if you're struggling. So here I am. Here's the first finger. This is going to be my pinky. So try to separate them as much as you can so you don't confuse, each pieces, and where each piece goes. There you go. So each finger should have 3 pieces. This could take a little bit of time, but be patient, guys, and everything's going to be all right. So here we are. This is the index finger. It takes a lot of time to repair a hand. So thumb, 1. The thumb only has 2 articulation points here, so I'm only cutting 2 pieces of straw. And the middle finger, yes, the last one. And here, there you go. So all the pieces are cut, and now we can get to assembling the hand and actually repairing it. Now, before we do that, it's very important that we fold on the lines so we help it with movement, right? And so when we move the hand, it's not just stiff and the entire finger moves, but rather just the part we want to move. So go ahead and fold, where the joints are. That way it's going to help the paper fold better, and when you pull on the strings, it's going to make it easier for you, and not the entire finger is going to come and just get dragged along with it. So do that here. You don't have to fold hard or anything like that, but just fold enough to where the paper bends easily. One here and one here. Here's the hand. It looks all crunched up, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that. So now, using our tape, or if you wanted, you could use glue as well. I just don't have any right now, but you could use glue to glue the little straw pieces to the paper as well. So using tape, we're just going to take our straw parts and just tape them, to the part of the finger they correspond. So, tape, this is my thumb, tape, and we're just taping the piece of straw to the paper, like that. And we're gonna repeat that for every single finger. Now, we need to place our jumbo straw. So, take your hand. All right. Now, we need to take the jumbo straw and place it right here, because this is where all the strings are gonna come and end up. And that way, we're gonna be able to interact with each of them. There you go. Place it down like that so you have enough room for all the strings to come. I'm gonna shorten it just a tiny bit. There you go. And once again, what we're gonna do, piece of tape, just tape it down to our hand. All right, so now that we have a fully strawed and functional hand, we need to take our pieces of string. I folded them once so they're a little bit bigger, and what we're going to do is we are going to tie a knot at the end. Oops, so the string doesn't fly away. There you go. Try to make the knot as big as possible. So I did a little knot, so I'm gonna have to tape it to the finger at the end so I make sure that it stays on there, but that's no problem. And so once you have your piece of string here with a knot at the end, so the string doesn't fly everywhere, you are going to thread it through the straws. Now this can take a bit of time, so don't worry. You know, just be patient and everything will be all right. It can help sometimes to twist the end of both strings. That way you make it one and then just thread it through all the way, just like that. So we're going to do this for every finger, and if you want, you can use different colored strings, which is what I'm doing here, or you can just use a single colored string. It entirely depends on what you want to do. All right, guys, and here is what it looks like once all the threads are in the hand and through the straws. Now, it does take a long time, so be mindful of that. And most of all, be patient, as it can get tricky, especially when it comes to the putting the threads through this big straw. So just take your time with it, ask for help if you need it, and just be patient. Now, do know that I did end up taping like the little loop at the end of each string to the back of the fingers so it wouldn't slip through the straw. But once everything is done, you know, you get to control essentially every finger. There you go. If I go with the orange pink, there's the pinky. If I go with this one, the thumb's waving. If I go with the middle finger, there you go. It's going. And finally the index here as well. So have fun with it and be patient. Hey guys, Robot French here. Thank you for helping me repair my hand. That was very nice. Now I just have a few seconds because French is not too happy about me being a robot. So, you know, I just wanted to take the time to remind you all about this week's habits and qualities, which are achieve more together and trustworthiness. So achieving more together, it's all about doing your part, sharing your strength, choosing goal success. So for example, if I want to grab this cup here, you know, all the fingers in my hand play a part in me grabbing this cup and this hand as well. When it comes to trustworthiness, it's very simple. It's all about being honest, building a good reputation. I've been running for like 5 minutes trying to avoid him. Being honest, building a good reputation, and playing by the rules. It's very simple. Now, I gotta go. I'm sorry. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.